Welcome back to the Trauma-Informed School series. Today we will focus on the importance of self-regulation for the learning process and for social engagement. We will also learn how to help students self-regulate. Regulation is the ability to maintain a state of calmness, focus, and alertness. Staying regulated supports the child's ability to process, think, interact with others, and learn. Dysregulation means the student may easily become over-aroused with increased activity, emotion, and impulsivity, or the student may fall into a shutdown mode with decreased engagement, flat or absent emotions. Dysregulation often results when stress is beyond the student's ability to cope. For students who have experienced trauma, dysregulated states can be triggered by things associated with the trauma. Children who've experienced trauma or have chronic stress in their lives tend toward over-arousal or under-arousal. Over and under-arousal take the brain activity out of the cortex. This helps the student block unwanted, intrusive thoughts and memories. Some students who have experienced trauma swing between over and under arousal with changeable and unpredictable moods and behavior. Spend time looking at the handouts to better understand how over and under arousal affects learning. Dysregulated states can be triggered by reminders of traumatic events. Triggers are sensory inputs such as voice tone, touch, posture, proximity, facial expressions, smells, tastes, or visual associations. They make the student feel unsafe, fearful, or maybe even disoriented. Healthy regulation develops from timely, appropriate, and sufficient attention, affection, and attunement to the needs of the infant and young child. All of this in concert with age-appropriate expectations from the adult. Infants are taught regulation by their parents through touch, humming, singing, rocking, movement, holding, and feeding. As children get older, language helps children to self-regulate. With these expectations, children learn to tolerate stresses in their environment, to self-calm and self-regulate. Here's your toolbox. Let's talk about helpful strategies you can use to encourage self-regulation. Notice when a student is just beginning to become dysregulated. Identify early signs such as facial expressions, voice tones, body movements, or emotions. And take action. The smaller it is, the easier it is to fix. Time in is an opportunity for time with a safe adult, maybe a classroom aide or a student services staff. This adult focuses on empathy and connection. This is a preventative time, a time to reestablish regulation and relationship. Just as with small children, contact with a calm adult can be comforting and will support self-regulation. The adult can also use language to affirm the child's worth and capabilities. Co-regulation allows the student to mirror your calm state. If you are calm and non-threatening, using a quiet voice, having a relaxed body, the student will tend to regulate in this direction as well. Notice the calming hand in this photo. This can either help a student to self-regulate or may dysregulate the student further. For some students, an unasked for touch is a trigger. Know your student's response style well before you use touch. Also, a student's out-of-control state can hook a teacher into dysregulation. Remember, stay calm. Create an environment that supports regulation. Structure, predictability, and routine help promote a feeling of safety because the student knows what is coming next and what is expected. Overstimulation or crowded spaces may not feel safe. Periods with calming music can help regulate the whole classroom. Turning off the lights can have a similar effect. Also, it is possible to use the lights or a chime rather than using a loud voice to get students' attention. Transitions are a difficult time for students. Foreshadowing and supporting transition with pre-taught routines can help. Talking about what you will be doing and why can help. Make sure students understand what to do before beginning a transition. A quiet spot is a place away from perceived threats to safety, such as someone looking at the student, too much activity, or noise. It is a place to withdraw from too much social, visual, or auditory stimulation. A child cannot learn well when they are over or under aroused, so taking time to regulate is time well spent. A safe place or quiet spot within your classroom may include tools to support regulation, such as puzzles, headphones, drawing, or writing materials. Students can learn to self-regulate. The strategies are taught and practiced when students are calm and receptive. You may teach your whole class or have a student services staff work with one student or a small group of students. The students can be cued to use the strategy when a crisis appears imminent. There are many breathing activities. Breathing in the box is one that is described in your handouts. Another uses breathing in through your nose to the count of 5, hold, hold, and breathing out of your mouth to the count of 5. This type of activity can become a part of a classroom routine to calm the whole class. Slow breathing helps to calm the body because it slows the heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and slows respiration. Body states are connected to mood states. Self-talk is a powerful way to coach oneself and to improve self-esteem. Pre-teaching a positive mantra, such as, "I can handle this," can be very helpful. Also, teaching self-talk along with slow breathing is a good strategy. With every breath out, the student might say, "Relax." Or a student might say, "In goes relaxation," with an in-breath, and "out goes the stress," with an out-breath. Self-talk is most powerful when the person using it selects the words they want to use, words that they can believe and have meaning for them. People who have been abused often internalize the negative messages from their abuser. "I am stupid," "I am lazy," "I am no good." These messages can be changed. For example, the student may say, "Mrs. Peters says I am smart. She says I am a hard worker, and I am good." Visualization can help a student calm themselves. Thinking about a special place or a special person or pet can be comforting. The handouts will tell you more about this. Distractions such as music, games, puzzles, taking a walk, or exercising, drawing, or working with clay can help a student change their mood state and become regulated. With your student, select a high-interest activity. Some teachers give a task, such as Could you take this to the office for me? Work out a plan with the student ahead of time. Student services can help. Identify triggers and feelings that result in upset. Identify what adults might notice just before an incident of dysregulation. Have your student make a list of what I can do. Choose from tools in your tool bag, or maybe you can think of others. Have your student make a list of what an adult can do to help me. See the handout for more information. Trauma-informed practices are good for all of us. They are brain-friendly, affirming, and promote self-growth. Think of a student who has difficulty with regulation. Reflect on one thing you might easily do to help that student learn how to better self-regulate.